Your headline is one of the most important pieces of your LinkedIn profile, and today I will give you 5 tips that will help you make more connections, get more views, be seen on LinkedIn, all by using your headline properly. And be sure to stay till the end because I may be giving you a free bonus to help you out. So before we get into writing the headline, let's talk about why your LinkedIn headline is so important. Number 1 is because it is one of only 3 things that is seen whenever you come up in search results. So no matter where you are in LinkedIn, you will be seen for your name, your photo, and your headline. This is really important because that means that your headline is part of people's first impressions of you. So because it's one of the only things people see, it means it is the thing that is going to make them want to click to learn more about you. So it's the only way to get a stranger to go, I want to see more about this person. And by stranger could be recruiter, potential business client. So you want to be using that headline really well. Do not waste that space with just your specific title or a quote. Please don't use a quote. The other reason the headline is so important is because the headline is searchable, meaning when people search for certain terms on LinkedIn, your headline is included in what is being searched in the algorithm to decide if you should come up in the results. So your headline needs to be very SEO friendly so that you come up in the right search results. You don't want to waste those 120 characters, right? Because if you do it correctly, you can strategically come up in results for the things you want to come up for. Okay, so now that we know why it's important, here are the top 5 tips for writing your LinkedIn headline. Number 1, we've already briefly talked about it. You need to make it keyword rich. So be thinking through what words you want to come up for in search results. So if you're a social media manager, you want to make sure the words social media are in your headline. It doesn't mean you have to give your specific title. You can, you don't have to, but you do want to make sure those keywords are in there. So start thinking about what terms people would search for that you want to be identified with. And if you do want to keep your title in your headline, that's fine, but make sure it is a searchable title. Some of the titles out there are getting so crazy that no one would search for them. So even if your title is Chief Entertainment Officer, just write event planner, okay? Because nobody in the event planning world is going to be looking for, where's an entertainment officer? They're going to look for the word event planner. So you want to make sure you come up in search for that title. So if your title is a little too specific, use the generic version that people would be looking for so that you're keyword friendly. So to help get keywords in that title, add skills to your headline. Don't just give your title. What are the skills you want to be known for that you want to come up and search for that correlate with what you do in your work? Think of those things like, what are you good at that you do in your job? Or what do you want to be known for? Is it that you use Hootsuite a lot in your social media? Add that. If you know Adobe Illustrator, or if you're a photographer and you use Adobe Lightroom, put photographer specializing in Adobe Lightroom editing. Like, add that thing that's going to help them, meaning the stranger on the other end, see who you are and what you can do. Tip 3 is essentially just describe what you do. Instead of putting your title, write a 1-sentence description of what you do. A great way to write your headline is to give your generic title plus describe what you do utilizing those keywords you came up with in tip 2. So you could put graphic designer with strong Adobe Photoshop background. Or I love to break up my headline using those little like straight up and down brackets. So yours could be graphic designer, bracket, strong Adobe Photoshop and Lightroom experience, bracket, specializing in small business marketing or small business branding, something like that. So you don't have to make it flow as a full sentence, but start thinking of describing what you do and then dividing it up. And of course, the leaf blower started outside. Okay, so this next tip is for those of you who are side hustling or are in a position but are looking for something different. And that is to go with what you want to be known for first. So if you are side hustling and you have a full-time position, put the description of the side hustle first. So let's say you are a graphic designer on the side, but you work in marketing at a large corporation full-time. You're gonna put your graphic designer part first with the description using those skills added in for keyword richness. And then you will put maybe just the generic version of your corporate title. So if you do need to have both represented, just make sure you go with the one you want to be known for most first, because it will cut off the headline at a certain point. So the key thing you want to be seen for should be at the top. Okay, tip number 5. Please, oh please, stay away from exaggerated language. So if you are not a known expert in your field, please do not put the word expert in your title or in your headline, okay? You're not an expert yet. What you can do instead is prove your worth. If you have been featured somewhere, say, I am a photographer featured in, and then list, like maybe it's a bunch of wedding magazines and wedding blogs, or maybe it's corporate work that has been featured in different business publications. So use where you've been featured. Maybe you're in sales. Give your stats, including how you increased your goal by 10% or went above and beyond by your margins of blah, blah, blah. I don't know that language, but you know what I mean? Like, add that language in to quantify what you can do, and then that speaks for itself. Okay, so there are a lot of things that could potentially go in your LinkedIn headline, and I'm hoping that today's 5 tips can help you figure out what you should include and what to avoid. But to help you even further, I have created what I think is an actually really fun worksheet to help kind of break down what you might want to include or what you will include in your LinkedIn headline, and kind of draft it all first so that you can go into the system and just upload that nice headline all together. So to get that nice freebie, you can go in the description box below. There will be a link, and hopefully that'll help you out. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it goes. And then, of course, please connect with me on LinkedIn. So let's keep building that community on LinkedIn. You can find me at linkedin.com/Cass Thompson. I will also put it in the box below, and you can check out my headline and see an idea of what I'm doing for that section to make it marketable. Also, of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you know when new videos come out. And let me know in the comments section what other LinkedIn help you want. What are some of your questions about LinkedIn that I can answer for you? That is all for today. Right now you should be getting suggestions of other videos I think you'd like. So please keep watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.